You're watching Major League Baseball's virtual network. I'm Nicholas Callis. These are your game recaps, standing updates, and league leaders from Saturday, August the 22nd, 2020. The Red Sox and Orioles played each other in an AL East matchup. Final score of this game 8-4. The Red Sox ended up winning. It was a close battle early on. Both teams were scoring a hefty amount of runs. Then the Red Sox broke away by scoring 3 runs in the top of the 9th inning, and they ended up winning by 4 altogether. Martin Perez got the win, Asher Wojciechowski got the loss, and Brandon Workman now has 31 saves on the season. The Blue Jays and Yankees played each other. This another AL East matchup, and the Blue Jays shut out the Yankees 5-0, the final score of this game. The Blue Jays started scoring early as well. They got a run in the first and a run in the third, and then later on in the game they scored a run in the 5th and then 2 in the top of the 9th inning to break away. Trent Thornton got the win, and Clark Schmidt got the loss. The Indians and Royals played each other in an AL Central matchup. Final score of this game 2-1. The Royals ended up winning. The Royals have gotten hot over these last couple games. They scored 2 runs right in the first inning, and that's all they needed because the Indians only scored 1 run, and that was in the 6th inning. Mike Montgomery got the win, his 9th of the year. Carlos Carrasco now 11-6 after getting the loss. And Ian Kennedy's up to 25 saves now on the season. The Mets and Athletics played each other in an interleague game. Final score of this one 8-2. The Athletics ended up winning, and they scored 7 of their 8 runs, all in the 4th inning. Mike Fiers got the win, and Steven Matz got the loss. He's now 2-9 on the season. The Rays and Angels played each other. Final score of this game 5-3. The Rays ended up winning. Each team had a 3-run inning in this game. The Rays put up 3 in the 5th, and the Angels put up 3 in the 6th. The difference maker, though, was that the Rays put up a run in the 2nd and a run in the 8th to go ahead by 2, and they won by those 2 runs. Charlie Morton got the win, Dylan Bundy got the loss, and Jose Alvarado now has 8 saves on the season. The Tigers and Twins played each other in an AL Central matchup. Final score of this game 5-4. The Tigers ended up winning this one. The Twins have been cold most recently. The Tigers put up early runs. They got 2 in the 2nd and 2 in the 3rd, while the Twins could only manage a run in the 1st and the 3rd inning, and then the Tigers scored 1 more run. They got a run in the 5th inning. The Twins were making a comeback. They scored 1 in the 6th and 1 in the 7th, and they had a couple runners on in the 9th, but a double play ended the game, and the Twins fell short by a run. The Twins also out-hit the Tigers in this game 12-9, but the Tigers came out on top in the runs column. Ivan Nova got the win. Jose Barrios got the loss, his 7th of the year. And Joe Jimenez now has 36 saves on the season. The White Sox and Mariners played each other. Final score of this game 6-4. The Mariners ended up winning. There wasn't too much offense early on, but the Mariners in the 4th got the first run of the game, and then they followed that with a 2-run 5th and a 2-run 6th inning. They also put up 1 in the 8th. The White Sox didn't score until the 6th inning, and then they put up 3 in the 8th inning to make it a game again, but they failed to score in the 9th, and they ended up losing. Marco Gonzalez got the win. Gio Gonzalez got the loss, and Matt McGill now has 30 saves on the season. The Rangers and Astros played each other in an AL West matchup, and this is also a battle of Texas, and the Rangers won this game 6-1. The Astros scored their only run in the 4th inning. Meanwhile, the Rangers scored their first 2 runs in the 2nd inning. They also scored 1 in the 6th, and then they put up 3 in the 9th to take a large lead. Mike Minor got the win. Jose Urquidy now 10-10 after getting the loss, and Jose Leclerc now has 30 saves on the season. The Braves and Phillies played each other. This is an NL East matchup. Final score of this game 6-3. The Phillies ended up winning. Nick Pivetta got the win. Sean Newcomb got the loss, and Hector Neris now has 31 saves on the season. There was some early offense in this game. The Braves put up 1 right at the top of the 1st inning, then the Phillies responded with a 2-run bottom of the 1st. Each team put up a run in the 2nd, but then the Phillies started to break away. They had 5 consecutive innings where they scored, 2 in the 1st, 1 in the 2nd, 1 in the 3rd, 1 in the 4th, and 1 in the 5th, and that was enough for them. The Braves last scored in the 6th inning, but they fell short in this game by 3. The Marlins and Pirates played each other. Final score of this game 10-1. The Marlins ended up winning by 9. They also had 15 hits as compared to the Pirates' 6. The Marlins broke away in this game when they scored 5 runs in the top of the 4th inning, but they were scoring consistently throughout the better parts of this game. Sandy Alcantara got the win, his 10th of the year, and Derek Holland still winless. He is 0-8 on the season. The Reds and Brewers played each other in an NL Central matchup. Final score of this game 7-6. The Reds ended up winning this game. The Reds put up 1 in the 2nd inning. The Brewers tied the game in the 3rd by putting up a run. Then the Brewers took the lead. They got 2 in the 6th and then 3 in the 7th inning, so it was a large lead for them, a pretty sizable lead, but not big enough for the Reds, not safe enough for the Reds not to come back. The Reds did come back, as a matter of fact, by scoring 3 in the 8th and 3 in the 9th. And then the Brewers failed to respond in the bottom of the 9th, so the Reds ended up winning. Amir Garrett got the win out of the bullpen. Corey Knebel got the loss. And Raisel Iglesias now has 24 saves on the season. The Cardinals and Cubs played each other. This is another NL Central matchup, and the Cubs ended up winning this game. It was close. 8-6 was the final. The Cubs and Cardinals were both scoring consistently during many parts of this game. The Cubs just more consistently than the Cardinals. But the Cardinals were making a comeback. They scored 2 runs in the top of the 9th inning to make it a 2-run game. And if it hadn't been for the 3-run bottom of the 8th inning the Cubs had, the Cardinals might have gotten on top and maybe won this game, but that's not the case. The Cubs did put up 3 insurance runs at the bottom of the 8th, which were needed. The Cardinals were making a comeback, but they could not come back all the way. John Lester got the win, Miles Michaelis got the loss, and Craig Kimbrell's now at 41 saves on the season. The Giants and Diamondbacks played each other. This is an NL West matchup. Final score of this game, 4-1. The Diamondbacks ended up winning. Each team failed to score in the first 6 innings of the game, but the silence was broken in the 7th when the Giants put up a run. But the Diamondbacks responded with some fury. They put up 2 runs in the 7th, and then they put up 2 runs in the 8th inning to take a 3-run lead. The Giants didn't respond to that at all, and they ended up losing by those 3 runs. Severino Bracho got the win, Drew Smiley got the loss, and Archie Bradley now has 24 saves on the season. Another NL West game played between the Dodgers and the Rockies saw a 3-1 final score. The Dodgers ended up winning. Neither team scored more than 1 run in a single inning. The Dodgers had more 1-run innings. They scored 1 in the 1st, 1 in the 4th, and 1 in the 5th. And the Rockies scored 1 in the 2nd. That tied the game at that point, but with the Dodgers scoring again, the Rockies failing to score after that, the Rockies could not win this game. David Price got the win, Jeff Hoffman got the loss, and Kenley Jansen up to 44 saves now on the season. And the Nationals and Padres played each other 8-7. The final score of this game, the Padres ended up winning. This game took 10 innings to complete, but the Padres did come out victorious. There was plenty of offense in this game, as you see on the scoreline at the top of your screen, but the Padres broke the 7-7 tie by walking it off with a run in the bottom of the 10th inning. Jose Castillo got the win, and Daniel Hudson got the loss. Let's take a look at standings now, starting in the American League East. The New York Yankees are 77-53. They lost today, but they still lead the division. The Blue Jays beat the Yankees today. They're 72-59 overall now, and they gained a game on the Yankees. They're now 5.5 games back of first place. The Rays are 67-62, 9.5 games back. They also won today. The Red Sox won as well. They're 65-65, back to a .500 winning percentage. They're 12 games back in first. And the Orioles are 48-81, 28.5 games back in first place. They're still in last, and their divisional elimination number is 5, and they've also lost 9 of their last 10 games. In the American League Central, the Minnesota Twins lost to the Tigers again today. They're 87-44 overall. Now they still lead the division, and they still have the best record in Major League Baseball, but it's only by a half game now. The Dodgers have an 87-45 overall record, and you'll see that when we get to the NL West. The White Sox are 73-56. They've lost 2 in a row. They're 13 games back of first. The Indians had their 11-game winning streak snapped today after losing. They're 73-56. They still match the White Sox, though, and they're still tied for second place in the division. They're also 13 games back of first place. Both the White Sox and the Indians now have a division elimination number of 20. And the Tigers are on a 3-game winning streak, so their division elimination number is right at 5 still. They're 58-71 overall, and they beat the Twins 2 times in a row. In the American League West, the Oakland Athletics are 75-54 overall. They still lead the division, and they won today, but they've lost 8 of their last 10 games. The Astros move a game further back of the Athletics after losing today. They're 71-58 overall, now 4 games back of first place. The Angels are 60-71, 16 games back of first. Their division elimination number is 17. The Rangers are in 4th place with a 56-73 overall record. They're 19 games back of first. Their division elimination number is 15. And the Mariners are 54-77, 22 games back of first place. Their division elimination number is 11. There are the wild card standings in the American League. The White Sox and the Indians still tied. They both qualify for the first wild card spot. They both have 73-56 records. The Blue Jays are 72-59. They're 2 games back of that second wild card spot. The Astros are also 2 games back. Their overall record is 71-58. The Rays still in contention. They're still hanging around with a 67-62 record. They're 6 games back of second place. And the Red Sox still lingering as well. They have a 500 winning percentage with an overall record of 65-65, but they're 8.5 games back, and they have a playoff elimination number of 25, so they're running out of time. A little over a month left to make a push. Every other team in the American League has a winning percentage under 500 and is at least 14 games back of one of the 2 wild card spots. And all the teams toward the bottom are on the brink of elimination from playoffs. The Angels have a playoff elimination number of 19, as do the Tigers. The Rangers have a playoff elimination number of 17. The Mariners have a playoff elimination number of 13. The Orioles have a playoff elimination number of 9. And the Royals, who have the worst record in Major League Baseball, have a playoff elimination number of 6. In the National League East, the Atlanta Braves still lead. They're 76-54, though they lost today. They've won 8 of their last 10. The Nationals could not capitalize on the Braves losing today. The Nationals have actually lost 3 in a row. They're 72-59 overall, still 4.5 games back at first. The Marlins have won 6 in a row, so they're making a comeback to potentially take the division lead. Their record is 71-59. They're now 5 games back at first, and they're a half game back of second place. The Phillies are 63-66. Their winning percentage still falling below 500, though they won today. They're 12.5 games back at first place. And the Mets are 56-73, 19.5 games back at first. They're still in last, and their divisional elimination number is 14. In the National League Central, the St. Louis Cardinals still lead. They're 73-56, though they lost today. The Cubs won today, so they gained a game on the Cardinals. They're 69-61 overall. They're 4.5 games back of first place. Brewers have a 58-71 record. They're 15 games back. They lost today, and their division elimination number is 19. The Reds are 53-76 overall, 20 games back of first. Their division elimination number is 14. And the Pirates are on a 4-game losing streak. They've also lost 8 of their last 10. They're 46-84, the worst record in the National League. They're 27.5 games back at first, and their division elimination number is 6. And in the National League West, the Dodgers still lead. They've won 4 in a row. And like I mentioned with the Twins, the Dodgers are a half game back of the best record in Major League Baseball. The Twins have an 87-44 record. The Dodgers have an 87-45 record. The Padres have also won 4 in a row. They're 69-60 overall now, 16.5 games back at first place. Their division elimination number is 16, though. The Diamondbacks are also on a 4-game winning streak. They're 68-62, 18 games back at first. Their division elimination number is 14. And the Rockies have lost 2 in a row. They're 58-73 overall, 28.5 games back at first, and their division elimination number is 3. And here are the wildcard standings in the National League. The Nationals have the top spot. They're 72-59, but they've lost 3 in a row. And the Marlins have won 6 in a row. The Marlins are now a half game back of that first wildcard spot with a 71-59 record. The Padres are 69-60, a game and a half back. They've won 4 in a row, so this race is getting a bit tighter now. The Cubs won today. They're 69-61, 2 games back of that second wildcard spot. The Diamondbacks are 3 games back now. They've won 4 games in a row. Their record is 68-62. And the Phillies still hanging around. They're under 500 with their winning percentage at 63-66, but they are 7.5 games back of that second wildcard spot, so it's not unrealistic that they can make a late postseason push if they can get on a large winning streak. Every other team in the National League has a winning percentage under 500 and is at least 12.5 games back of that second wildcard spot. And these bottom 5 teams are on the brink of elimination. The Rockies have a playoff elimination number of 19. The Mets have a playoff elimination number also of 19. The Reds have a playoff elimination number of 16. The Giants have a playoff elimination number of 9. And the Pirates, with the worst record in the National League, have a playoff elimination number of 8. And let's take a look at league leaders, starting with batting average leaders in the American League. Miguel Cabrera has the highest at a 342. J.D. Martinez the next highest at a 337. And Miguel Andujar third highest at a 323. In the National League, Ronald Acuna Jr. leads with a 348. Paul Goldschmidt the next best at a 335. And Nolan Arenado third best with a 335 as well, slightly lower than Goldschmidt's. Hits leaders in the American League, J.D. Martinez has 176. Miguel Andujar's at 170. And Miguel Cabrera third best with 168. In the National League, Jonathan Villar leads with 175. Ronald Acuna Jr. the next best with 167. And Nolan Arenado third best with 160. And bat leaders in the American League, Miguel Andujar has the most at at 527. And in the National League, Jonathan Villar has the most with 544. Doubles leaders in the American League, Anthony Rendon has the most with 43. Jose Abreu, one behind him with 42. And Miguel Andujar rounds up the top three with 39. In the National League, Jonathan Villar leads with 52. Christian Yelich, the next best, with 38. And Ronald Acuna Jr. rounds up the top three with 37. Triples leaders in the American League, Alberto Mondesi has the most with 8. Lourdes Gurriel Jr. the next most with 7. Byron Buxton, Oscar Mercado, Jose Altuve, and Adam Eaton, all tied with the third most. They're all at 6. In the National League, Jonathan Villar still at the top. He has 13, the only one in this league with double-digit triple total. Wow, that was a tongue twister. Okay, hold on. Back up. Good idea. In the National League, Jonathan Villar, the only one in Major League Baseball with a double-digit triple total. He's at 13. Andrew McCutchen and Victor Robles each tied with the second most. They're both at 8. Home run leaders in the American League, Justin Upton has the most with 44. Yohan Moncada has 38. And Chris Davis third best with 37. In the National League, Ronald Acuna Jr. leads all of Major League Baseball with 46. Paul Goldschmidt 4 behind him with 42. And Eugenio Suarez rounds out the top 3 with 38. RBI leaders in the American League, the top 3 are in triple digits. Chris Davis has 103, Nelson Cruz has 101, and Mitch Moreland has 100. In the National League, 2 players of the top 3 have a triple-digit RBI total. Paul Goldschmidt's at 110, Eugenio Suarez is at 102, and Ronald Acuna Jr. rounds out the top 3. He has 96. Run scored leaders in the American League, J.D. Martinez has scored the most. He's scored 97. And in the National League, Ronald Acuna Jr. in triple digits. He has 106 runs scored this season. Stolen base leaders in the American League, Malik Smith has the most with 34. Alberto Mondesi has the second most with 27, and there's a two-way tie for third most. D. Gordon and Whit Merrifield each have 25. In the National League, Starling Marte back on top. He has 43. One behind him is Trey Turner, who has 42, and Jonathan Villar rounds up the top 3 with 35. Walks leaders in the American League, Shin-Soo Choo has the most. He has 80 walks. In the National League, Paul Goldschmidt has the most with 88. On base percentage leaders in the American League, Miguel Cabrera has the most, or has the best. He has a 421. Josh Donaldson, the next highest, at a 411, and J.D. Martinez, the third highest, at a 407. In the National League, Paul Goldschmidt leads with a 442. Christian Yelich, the next highest, at a 431, and Ronald Acuna Jr. slightly lower than Yelich is, but he's also at a 431. Slugging percentage leaders in the American League, Justin Upton has the highest at a 647. Yohan Moncada, the next highest, at a 636, and J.D. Martinez, third highest, at a 605. In the National League, Ronald Acuna Jr. leads. He has a 738 slugging percentage. Paul Goldschmidt, the next highest, at a 678, and Christian Yelich, third best, with a 642. OPS leaders in the American League, Justin Upton has the highest at a 1.036, 20 points behind him. Yohan Moncada, who has a 1.016 OPS, and then J.D. Martinez 4 points behind Moncada. He has a 1.012 OPS. In the National League, Ronald Acuna Jr. leads with a 1.169. Paul Goldschmidt, the next highest, at a 1.120, and Christian Yelich rounds up the top 3 with a 1.073. Moving on to pitcher leaderboards, starting with wins leaders in the American League, Lucas Giolito has the most with 15. Hyunjin Ryu, Jake Odorizzi, and Jordan Montgomery all tied with the second most. They're all at 14. In the National League, Walker Buehler leads with 17 wins. Steven Strasburg 3 behind him with 14. David Price, Mike Soroka, Mike Fultonavich, Jack Flaherty, Jimmy Nelson, Madison Bumgarner, and Yu Darvish all have 12 wins. They all qualify for the third most wins in the NL. Losses leaders in the American League, there are 4 players who have the least amount: Jordan Lyles, Kenta Maeda, Chris Bassett, and Sean Manaea. They've all lost 3 games. In the National League, Walker Buehler has the least amount of losses among pitchers that qualify. He's at 2. Saves leaders in the American League, Brad Hand has the most. He has 40. Hansel Robles and Liam Hendricks tied with the second most. They're both at 38. In the National League, Kenley Jansen leads with 44. Will Smith one behind him with 43. And Kirby Yates third best with 42. ERA leaders in the American League, Kenta Maeda has the lowest at a 2.50. Sean Manaea 20 points above Maeda's, who is the second lowest at 2.70, and Hyunjin Ryu has the third lowest at a 2.85. In the National League, Walker Buehler has the lowest at a 1.88. Marcus Stroman, the next lowest, at a 2.38, and Steven Strasburg, third lowest, at a 2.51. Home runs allowed among American League pitchers, Kenta Maeda has allowed the least amount among pitchers that qualify. He's allowed 9. And in the National League, Caleb Smith has Shutout leaders in the American League. Masahiro Tanaka has 5 shutouts. Garrett Cole, the next highest total. He has 3 shutouts. Sean Manaea, Jake Odorizzi, and Jose Barrios have the third most shutouts. They're all at 2. In the National League, Jacob deGrom has 5. Zach Wheeler, the second most with 3. Aaron Nola, Pablo Lopez, Sandy Alcantara, Merrill Kelly, Walker Buehler, Clayton Kershaw. Those guys all have 2 shutouts, and that's good for third best in the NL. Strikeout leaders in the American League, Garrett Cole has 208. Lucas Giolito, 10 behind him with 198, and Jake Odorizzi rounds up the top 3 with 185. In the National League, Steven Strasburg leads all of Major League Baseball with 217 strikeouts. Clayton Kershaw is 192, the next best in the league. Max Scherzer and Jacob deGrom tied with the third most, and they're both at 191. Complete games thrown among American League pitchers, Masahiro Tanaka leads with 5, Garrett Cole the next most with 3, Corey Kluber, Sean Manaea, Jake Odorizzi, Jose Barrios, Aaron Savali, and Hyun-Jin Ryu all tied with the third most complete games. They're all at 2. In the National League, Jacob deGrom leads with 5, Zach Wheeler has 4, and Aaron Nola third best with 3. Innings pitched leaders in the American League, Hyun-Jin Ryu has 183 leads. In the National League, Clayton Kershaw has done 180 innings this year. Walks allowed among American League pitchers, Jordan Zimmerman has the least amount among pitchers to qualify. He's allowed 32. In the National League, Brad Anderson has the least amount among pitchers to qualify. He's allowed 35. Whip leaders in the American League, Sean Manaea has the lowest at a 102, Hyun-Jin Ryu the next lowest at a 108, and Masahiro Tanaka third lowest at a 110. In the National League, Jacob deGrom has the lowest at a 106, Clayton Kershaw the next lowest at a 107, and Pablo Lopez third lowest at a 108. Pitching war leaders in the American League, Jake Odorizzi has a 4.4, Masahiro Tanaka the next best at a 4, and Kenta Maeda the third best at a 3.7. In the National League, Jacob deGrom leads with a 4.6, Walker Buehler the next best with a 4.5, and Steven Strasburg third best with a 3.9. And batting war leaders in the American League, Yohan Moncada has the highest at a 7.5, Alex Bregman has a 6.9, second best, and Francisco Lindor third highest at a 6.8. And in the National League, Ronald Acuna Jr. leads with an 8.2, Marcus Semien the next best with a 7.9, and Nolan Arenado rounds up the top 3 with a 7.6. These have been your game recaps, standing updates, and league leaders from Saturday, August the 22nd, 2020. I'm Nicholas Callis. You've been watching Major League Baseball's virtual network.